Hello, hello. What it do? What it do?
What it do? What it do, bitches? Bitches. Put this over there like that. There we go. There we go.
If you're ready to take on something new and you want to know if it'll be a good job for you, you just have to ask the driver.
It's airing out my scalps after a whole day of work.
All right, Tony. Why do you like working?
You're loud as fuck, bitch. So, today, I have some actual things that I'm wanting to discuss today. Because there's actually two things. One, I'm going to tell a story that I've been needing to tell for a while, because I haven't told the story yet. And two, I got a fanboy. I got a fanboy right now who got really obsessed with me really quick. So I'm gonna be talking about that. In fact, we'll change rooms so I can even show you some of the shit, which is gold. It's just like, this guy's a fucking gem, dude. A gem. Like, oh boy, exactly, dude. Go ahead and dip for a sec and go check the past streams and check the comments. You're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. Not the one prior to this, but the last two when I was visiting my brother and shit. Check those ones out. He's in those. And granted, the first one when I was at my brother's shortly, I already left, but whatever. But first video stream I did, granted I looked a little fucked up, but I was up all night, and plus I was off, at the end of it, taking acid and shit. What do you expect? I'm I'm up literally all night. Can't help that. I mean, and also I went to go to the concert later that night, so I'm pretty sure I had a pretty good day regardless. Anyway, and I noticed that my eyes sometimes will actually do this. This one will kind of do lazy, little lazy thing like this. I noticed that. And it's just that because I was so tired during that point. It was major. It was but that's only happens if I'm up all night. So, but besides that, I was fine. So anyway, but I'll continue on with that later here. I'll let more people gather around, let him come back and check out the comments of this twerp. Congrats on being captioned by gangweed. You have been served. Whoa. I've been served what? Excuse me. What, was there something in the background of a video that I was playing and it triggered an algorithmic copyright or some shit? Cause I haven't noticed anything at all so far, if something has happened, if that's what you're saying. But nothing. I have not seen a thing. But anyway, I'll have to finally tell the now infamous acid story, because I've only twinkled into a little bits here and there, and now I need to actually tell the story. Because it's honestly when you bring it in full circle, it's dude, you mean Joe Malloy? Oh no, it wasn't his comment. It was some dude. It was okay. So TJ Kirk uploaded a video about the whole shooting at the school or whatever, and someone made a faggoty retarded comment. I obviously was an edgelord in replying, because honestly I'm sick of all the... I can't find the comments. Huh. I'll be able to show you later. I'll don't worry about it. I'll show later anyway. It's not like I'm gonna make you try to hunt it down. I'll present them later because it kind of ties in with this a little bit later on. But anyway, I feel like in order for me to tell this story, I'm gonna have to hide the comments because I'm gonna get distracted and cut myself off reading your chats. So I'm gonna hide you guys for at least a good chunk of the story. Take a break, read what y'all have been saying, and continue on. So let me start with like part 1. I'll do this in like 3 parts here. So let's do part 1. So I get off work and I was gonna hit up my friend, and I was like, all right, here. Oh, looks like a bunch of people just showed up. Chat's in, not gonna see what you're all saying, telling story. So just wait a bit. Anyway, so I'm here to hit him up, and I'm waiting here, just chilling. I actually was doing a stream just before. I think it was like, I named it like, you know, something with chaos or whatever. But I did that, just was waiting for him for a while. And then he hit me up with a phone call and told me, it's like, dude, so I'm just chilling with Keegan before we left, and he had some acid, dude. It's like, bro, and he just wants to like hang out with all of us and just trip. And I'm like, fuck it, let's do it, dude. So we all met up at the local pub down the street, and we all had a couple drinks, played some pool. Then we went around the corner, and we all we had four little gummies of it, and I think overall there was probably maybe like 6 tabs between everybody. So I guess technically everyone had to. To be honest, what Keegan said he did know how much it was there, but that's okay, whatever. It was a great experience either way, I think. So then we played some more pool, and then my friend was like, whoa, dude, I don't know if I'm hitting the acid yet, but I'm starting to feel a change. Are you? And then I started kind of thinking back on it. I'm like, hey, all right, am I feeling a change? He's starting to. And then I couldn't quite put my mind on it yet, but I was aware that there was like a slight change at first. And I'm like, yeah, I can feel it. It was at the end of our first game. So then we're like, all right, now we're starting to feel it, and final call's happening anyway. You want to head out? And we're like, yeah, we're first wave. We're going to be, yeah. So we all go to our bikes and shit. And then me and our other friend here, who I was initially going to hang out with, we all kicked it, unlocking our bikes and whatever. And we ended up just chatting about something, and I just was looking at the tree that was like in the light. And and I don't think I was aware of it at first, but this is like where I first like was straight up tripping at a tree, dude. Straight up at a tree. And I'm just like, and my friend was talking about something, and I was like, dude, that tree. And we just had a laughing fit for like at least a good 3 minutes, man. And he's like, all right, let's get going. And he was trying to get his bike out. It's like, I didn't even unlock my bike, and we for like another 3 minutes had a laughing fit because my friend he didn't even unlock his bike yet. I was already ready. I'm just like almost on the ground. My shoe somehow fell off of me as I'm just like in a laughing fit, and then I see I lost my shoe. I'm like, my shoe fell off, and I'm like I'm at this point I had to sit down for a second, and I eventually collected myself for about 5 minutes. And then we all rode down our bikes down to the local watershed, not too far away at all, and that was a fun ride. And we all were like, hey, I feel like we need to have some more brews. So then we came back here to my place to grab some more that we had left over from a couple parties ago and shit. And then at that point, we got a phone call, and part 2 will be starting from there on out. So let's see what y'all been saying here. Sorry. I can't find comments. I see the dislikes. Okay. I'll be able to find them though. Hi, what are we covering? And I was close to chat for a little while. Hey there, tell a story. Did Hair Lips Emeramut ever come in here? Oh, that one dude? No, I don't think so. I had the chat closed, so if he did, I don't know, and I don't see him at all in the chat so far, so no. But yeah. So, alright, cool. Nice to see that Carl's here, Joe's here, everyone's coming on in, so welcome everybody. The troll. Yeah, he has, not that I can tell, if he comes in here, he's welcome here. I want to have fun with him. I'm not gonna lie, I want to have fun with him, but we'll get to him in a minute anyway. But so here's like the kind of the peak here. So this is funny. My mom wakes up in the middle of the night because she needs help getting to bed sometimes because she, as some of you might know already, she has fucking ailments and shit. So able-bodied people like me, which I'm pretty much the only one around, needs to help her out in bed and shit. And that was just the most weirdest experience to freaking try to help her while tripping on acid. I'm just like, I mean, I was able to control myself. I'm aware enough about this to control myself. So I'm in there, I'm like, hey mom, how you doing? She's like, why are you in bed yet? I'm like, mom, I've been hanging out with my friends, it's alright, I know I need to do whatever that I'm just like trying to calm her down to get her in bed so I can, like, cause she's starting to like frizzle my mind and shit, cause she's like, oh my god, mom, stop. I'm tripping. I'm not telling you this, but stop. It's just like, oh my god. And then I came back in after I helped her out, and I was gonna clean my bong, and then I came in here, and I'm like, okay, I just had to deal with mom, and I'm like thinking out loud and talking to myself out loud. I'm like, all right, I hope Robert ain't in here. And then I open the door, and I'm like, oh, thank God Robert isn't in here. And I walk in, and Brandon's just staring at me, just with his blank face, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm just like, what's up, dude? And I've just got like this awkward face, and he's just like, oh, what's up, man? I hate it when parents freak out and ask you questions. It's so fucking annoying. I mean, she didn't suspect anything. She just thought I was staying up late with my friends. So I knew the routine, so I just had to chill her out quick and get her and help her in bed. So it wasn't a big deal. I knew how to deal with that. So it wasn't like I was just like freaking out, on her on acid while I'm helping her in bed. It wasn't like that at all. But so
Oh, he's tripping.
that scared you. Yeah. Anyway, so then I just straight up, like, cause I honestly thought Brandon was like looking at me like, is he on something? And I'm just like, yeah, sorry for being awkward. It's like, no, it's fine. I didn't even know you were being awkward or whatever. I'm like, oh, really? Because, I mean, I might have took some acid or whatever. And he's like, really? Acid? And I'm like, yeah. And he asked me some questions, how I'm feeling, whatever. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of going with it right now. I will let you know when I can, like, collect my thoughts and shit later on afterwards. It's like, okay, and went in his room. Finished cleaning my piece, came back out, and our friend got a phone call who supplied the acid for us. Your parents are okay with that? That one is. My mom would never be okay with that. That's why I never mentioned it to her, and I never will. That part of the story is never going to be brought up until maybe like a year later. Yeah, until our deathbed, and just like tell her, it's like, yeah, here's all the times it's like, and she'll be like, what the fuck, and just die right there.
You're there to come out of your grave.
Yeah, come out of my grave. Yeah, so my dad almost threw me out of the house and disowned me when he found out I tried acid. Luckily, I was able to convince him I didn't. Damn, dude. I mean, I don't think my mom would go that low, but she would fucking go off the rails for sure. Like, I would have to sit her down and find, I feel like there could be a right moment to explain the story to her and let her know that I was aware this entire time. I wasn't like, I don't know. I have to like literally try to, I can make the story a good explanation story of why, it's not that bad, but anyway, let me continue with the story here. So, the phone call. So, we get a call from one of his friends who happens to just be driving around. It's like, hey, you want to come see the sunrise at Rock Butte, which is this hill in the middle, in like out eastward, near kind of out of ways from Portland. And we were just like, I'm just kind of sitting here like, what? and then we found out, all right, we're gonna get picked up. So we were all kind of like, so me and my friend who I was initially going to hang out with, we kind of went aside, it's like, all right, we're not going to spend money at all, and we're not going to and we're gonna make sure that we get back at a certain time, because we have, like, all three of us had our shit. I mean, well, one's my house, obviously all my shit's here, but they also had shit here, so we all knew that we had to be back here at a certain time, because they also have shit to do in the morning anyway. So it's just like, all right, we all at least can agree that we need to be back here, so we know that ain't gonna be a problem. It's just that, where the frick are we going, and how long are we gonna be out there and doing all this shit? So they finally come up here anyway, and then he had two other people with him who were pretty chill, and then we get crammed into this tiny little car, and it was like, I was straight up like this. I could move my arm like this, and that was about it. And I could, like, I honestly felt like I was being asphyxiated slowly. It was just the most, it was like the trippiest experience, but I'm not even saying that because of the acid. I was saying that just because it's like, you know, it's like weird. I felt lightheaded, but at the same time, it's just weird. It was weird in that ride. But we finally get there, and then we get up to the top of the hill of Rock Butte, and we're coming up upon another wave of our, like, the final wave essentially of the acid trip here, and then I'm not even fucking shitting you. There's, like, some photographers or something, like, in the wee hours of the morning doing, like, softcore BDSM shit or something with this contraption they put up there. I'm not shitting you. And they have this woman all tied up and shit like this, you know, dangling on a bunch of ropes, and some guys just, you know, fiddling with the ropes and shit. And they had a photographer with them. It's like, what? I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, I look at this, I'm like, oh my god, this is seriously what I'm looking at up here. What, like, I'm just like, oh my god, what the what? I honestly thought that was a straight up hallucination. I thought I would.
Clothes on?
They had clothes on, yeah. I mean, I mean softcore because they're doing, like, photography and shit. They're not being like, you know, there's like no dildos or nothing. I mean, it was just, yeah. What I described was it. Like, I mean, there wasn't nothing else beyond that. It was weird though. But they were there for like an hour, like, as the sun was rising a little bit. And then we all chilled there for the longest time, you know, just watching the sunrise. And it was like, I took a bunch of pictures. And in fact, one of my thumbnails for one of my streams I did recently is one of the pictures I took of the sunrise popping out. And it was really beautiful. Like, I'm glad that I went up there for that. Whoa, what's going on here? Parents suck, I'll never have kids. I'm an anti-natalist. I am too. I think about sterilization and should have been incentivized. Fertilized inherently dysgenic, smart people don't use this, stupid people don't. Damn. There's a whole total different conversation going on here in the chat. Damn, son. Anyway, so here's the final, like, the final down for the story. So after a while, we're all like, all right, we really need some food now. We're all just like, okay, we're just exhausted. There's just not much we can really do. Like, we need food. So the guy who picked us up and drove us here, he's like, hey, I know this really cool restaurant, and it's on me. So, by the way, we everything so far has been free, and he takes us to this restaurant in Portland called Batter. It's like this breakfast and bar place. So I mean, they got like spiced coffees and shit like that, and like breakfast crepes, waffles, pancakes, you name it. It's really good. And I got something basic because I didn't know what I could handle, so I just got that. And it was all, and the guy who drove us around covered all of it. So we had a breakfast for free after, like, a trip of acid, and all night just bearing the elements of Oregon's Portland night weather. And then, you know, then he gets us, oh, bandito! And then he gets us, back home, like, literally right on time for us, because once we got home, and we put on, and then me and my friend put on a movie, Train, I think it's called Train Spotting, which I'll describe in a second. And then like about shortly after we started that, my mom was like, "Hey, baby!" And I come in there and she's like, "So, you know, you just basically gotta just get dropped off down there, right?" And, you know, because we're prepping for brother to hang out with my brother or whatever. I'm like, Okay, so I just leave whenever I'm ready. And she's like, yeah, basically it. I'm like, okay. So, me and my friend, we watch the movie Spotting, which is basically like the story of these Scottish drug addicts who, honestly, like, it's a brilliant film. I'm not, like, this film is great, and you can find it on Hulu. So just go, if you guys have Hulu, just look it up on Hulu and check it out.
What's the name of the movie?
I think it's called Train Spotting.
Train Spotting.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, I could pull it up and I could watch it later. But it's a really, really good film. But I mean, it's probably one I probably want to watch often because, mind you, I was coming off of acid watching this film, and it's kind of, there was just some fucked up scenes in there that really did not play well with my head, dude. I was just like, oh my god, why am I watching this? Like, the fuck? Like, I don't want to spoil it because it's really good. And, you know, it has Evan McGregor. It's his first film that he did. And it doesn't look like him. And I thought he did brilliant. It's a really great movie. Trainspotting's a hero movie. Yeah, I've seen it. There you go. The toilet scene. That one I thought was just like the baby scene. The toilet one, probably. That one didn't trip me as much. That one I actually was like, wow, that's sad because that was I've already seen it. Alright, well, okay, I put the chat back up, so now I'm seeing you guys again. I'm not even going to bother with that anymore. But yeah, I'm just going to, alright. But yeah, I mean, it's just oh god, baby one. Yeah, dude, there was two baby scenes. Like, the one where they discovered the baby was fucking dead. And then the one where, it, like, was haunting, the main character, as he was, going through his, withdrawals and trying to get clean and shit, detoxing. Both just it was just, man. I felt that way while watching Tito's Revenge. Really? Yeah, but after that, I mean, there wasn't really much left besides, I mean, just, getting ready and stuff, and then just having an energy drink to keep myself awake for the rest of the day. And once we went to Brothers, I did a stream, took a nap, woke up, did a stream for a little bit, wait for him. He showed up, went to Smash the Pumpkins, watched some more movies, and went to bed. That was basically that whole day. Well, I guess whole 2 days. What is that? Mahone Jacane? Jeez, dude. Wow. Yes, 15-minute stream. It was actually a 5-minute one. And then there was another one I went on for like 15 or 20 minutes or something like that. No, it's more like 25 minutes. How was the concert? It was really good, actually. Despite me being very exhausted for the whole day, I was there, remember Crazy Eyes. See, that was just literally due to sleep exhaustion and deprivation. Ignorant can barely read. What? Mahone Jacane. That's just a freaking weird way, like, damn. Anyway, well, fuck you. Anyway. But it was great. Like, the light shows were very, like, spectacular. Like, it was really cool to see the show. He's learning disabled. Hey, I can actually legit just time you out there, sir. You want me to do that for you? I can actually do that to mods too. Even you guys are, even my wrenches inspectors and the Stasi themselves are not safe. Whatever. You're just like, whatever, bro. I'm just like, oh, my power is so overwhelming. You're like, meh. You're like, meh, whatever. Your power does not faze me. Don't. Oh god, no, benevolent master. Be careful, Jimmy Whisperer. I got them all scared. I scared them all. I watch them all try to suppress the dissent. Nah. I'm not gonna do anything. This is just funny watching you all just start squirming around for a second. That was pretty funny. Oh, sweet Chompadesta. Oh man, that's funny.
He was bad.
Alright. And you have a good night there, sir. You too. Oops. I remember once Lord J Dark accidentally timed me out when he was trying to time out someone who was spamming, and I just happened to comment in the middle of him spamming, and J Dark just accidentally like curved me with a timeout, and I'm like, bruh. I'm like, damn, dude. Damn. The stream already has a dislike. It could be the troll of which you speak. Oh, so maybe he did came by. Yep, you were gone. Oh. Okay. Fun. It's fun how, you know, he's... What if he subscribed to me, dude? He's just gonna troll me for all this time. Just to... J-Dark is TJ's pet. Hello, he's definitely a Tajika fan, dude. He's hella a Tajika fan. I'm definitely a polisher, though. Come on, our Deception. Who's disliking you? Come on out, Deception. Who's disliking... It's the troll that is, okay, like... I guess I replied to him, and... all I remember is somewhere in there was about how... fucking common sense these gun policies are, and how faggots like him are, you know, the problem. And I'm pretty sure I said something about Deceptive Memory, I think his name is, or something like that, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And then like I know somewhere along the lines it was like I actually can't even find my own original comment what sparked it. I actually can't. You remember the name? Maybe I know him. Yeah. I mean, we'll eventually delve into it. But, Memory Decipher. Yeah. Honestly, I just want to, like, since he does his own videos, evidently, various different things, I might as well just, like, alright. Content creator to content creator. Low-hanging fruit to low-hanging fruit. Let's just be fair, because that's what both of us are here. We're low-hanging fruit, just fighting amongst ourselves. He's apparently an Afghanistan vet. What a fucking hero. Ooh. Like, alright, yeah, I mean, you're an Afghan... If you're a vet, okay, cool. I mean, you served the military. I mean, sure, like, there's a respect to that, but... to you personally as a person, that don't apply. So, like, your opinions, if you're gonna cop out as an excuse as, well, I'm a vet, then, like, that's kind of a cop-out. Like, he's a welfare queen, didn't fight for anyone's freedom, only for the MIC. Too bad his helicopter didn't crash over some poppy field. Damn, son. Edgelord alert! Not like I give a fuck, because I know somewhere along the lines of my comment, it was something about killing himself or some shit like that. I don't know if I said, like, go kill yourself, or, you know, you'd just be better off if you did, or some shit like that, or whatever. I don't know. It was like an edgelord comment or whatever, because that's what people do on the internet. Like, does he not fucking get that? Like, because I actually do want to make a separate little video on this. Just like a little 20-minute thing, just to make a little point. Just a quick little point, and that's it. And it's like you're obsessing over... A low-hanging fruit is obsessing other low-hanging fruit over fucking edgelord comments that we make all the time, which is... proves like this whole identity political bullshit that is just spewing all over the fucking place in our political discussions and shit. Like, you know, it's okay to be an edgelord every now and then. Too bad the Taliban did put his head on a stick. That way his family would suffer. Oh shit, son. But... oh, where's that? There it is. Yeah, it's just like... dude. Like, I mean, even with the fact that you are an Afghan vet, you're worried about some random dweeb who is like this, like, drug user who needs help. Okay, for one, I only took acid once in my life, which was recently, and I've only smoked weed and spliffs and shit, and then, you know, recently, you know, have been drinking alcohol because I'm 21 now. That makes me a druggie or junkie or whatever the fuck. Yeah, like, look at the opioid crisis and see what a drug user is. Like, I'm having acid, like, once a year or some shit like that isn't being a druggie. That's like having an altered, you know, it's having like an altered perspective experience. It's having an altering experience temporarily on your perspective and shit. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, honestly, I was actually underwhelmed a little bit, considering what I was thinking going into it. So, like, I didn't expect. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything really. I didn't know what to expect. But some of the assumptions I thought of were not as much as I thought it was. And it's just like, whatever. It's just like, dude. Like, how immature is this guy to get all at me and start, like, fucking on me or whatever? It's like, dude, I don't give a shit about you, dude. You're getting at me. So, thus, now I'm going to respond to you. And grant, I don't have to. Psychedelics are powerful, but not like you think. Yeah. And, you know, I think, part of, like, reflecting a little bit on the trip itself is, like, you know, realizing it's not what I thought it was. Even though I kind of knew that going into it, but now I actually know it's different than what I thought it was, because I've had a psychedelic experience now. And, I don't know. I mean, you know, I'm still kind of trying to, like, piece it a little. He's probably the type of guy who bitches about how mean the left is. Oh, dude, I checked his channel just on some of the videos, and yeah, it looks like that's, you know, what he says. And you know what? If I'm just some little meanie head to him, then wow, you're not really a, you know, thick-skinned, you know, iron-willed vet as you like to claim. Then you seem like a little thin-skinned bitch. I'm not trying to, you know, dishonor that part of your, you know, fucking, you know, title and shit, but you're making it a little easy on yourself if you really are gonna do that. I mean, come on, dude. Now you're gonna claim that to be like the moral superior of me, dude. To be like, you need help. You need to get. No wonder you hate life so much. You just need help and shit. This fucking hair lip. He looks like the kid you see on the side of milk cartons of charity. Ah, dude. I mean, I honestly thought that guy looked like it's about similar age as me, dude. I didn't even think he was a vet. He looked like a young dude. Very young dude. Like 21 or 20, dude. So it's just like, I mean, I'm honestly slightly skeptical about how credible that Afghan vet thing actually is. Just because, just looking at, like, the icon he had and just at some of the thumbnails for his videos where he's on there. Besides, like, some of his friends and shit, he doesn't look very old at all. He looks pretty young. Like, I would say maybe a friend of his or some shit might look like a vet. But him himself, I don't know. Could he be, like, inspiring to, you know, join eventually? Maybe. I mean, I don't see that. He has some video of him in some town in Afghanistan in uniform. Oh, well, I guess he is then. Well, alright. Well, alright, he is. I mean, but it's like, still, dude, come on. I don't know why I don't know what I'm doing over here with my fucking hand. I'm just like, ugh. But, I mean, it's just like, granted, I probably, maybe we'll have to pull a Devin Tracy and dox him. Nah, we don't need to do that. Your last video I came on just had your fingered, and that damn battery died. That fucking phone battery hates me. Mojaloy. Damn, son. Yeah, because I actually remember what we were about to talk about. We're talking about Logan's fucking why he's kind of homophobic and shit. And then right when I was about to start explaining, my phone died, and I thought I had like a couple more minutes to at least get a basic explanation down. but which I gotta explain here. It's like he thinks there's like an actual scientific backing, which is who's Joe's old partner, old man, Robert. That guy's straighter than a whistle. He used to be homophobic, but I kind of opened up to your head went sideways. My head went sideways. It is now. Actually, that felt good. But what was I just about to say? Oh yeah. Oh, alright. And which is that. Okay, so he thinks there's like. Wait, phone dies. Hmm. Oh, sorry. My phone goes sideways when it dies. Oh, I think I know why. It's probably because the screen probably flips. That's why. What was I about to say? Okay, I remember now. I fucking keep blanking on it. Hi, Carl. Aw, Carl's being acknowledged. Anyway, so Logan. One main reason why he thinks he's homophobic is that he straight up thinks there's like some sort of scientific explanation, which is like stick things up to Cahooties, like loosens shit up, with. Like, I guess your rectal canal, whatever, and thus, like, like, it just loosens it up a lot, sooner as you grow older in life or whatever. It's like, okay, based off of what? I mean, he never provided a source for any of the information at all. And he's like, and they say he's supposed to, like, feel good for the prostate and shit, like, because it, like, massages shit. And then he provides as an example for whatever, like, that feeling could be for something else. Like, when you take a look at fast shit, that's like when. So what's his point? Honestly, he doesn't have a point. He just makes up these excuses. I'm thinking of random excuses he's made in the past, and every time it's slightly different, or it's just a different explanation of something he said before. And also, I mean, he's fucking religious, so he thinks it's a sin and shit like that, which is fucking ridiculous in the first place, because there's no such thing as a sin, in my opinion. Because because humans are naturally pretty, like, by nature, have a pretty good hint of vice in them, so, and curiosity, too. Just by the very nature, of our existence, like, we're based off that. That's just going down a topic. I'm not even going to try to delve into that. But it's just a bigot. Why you pussy, man? That's what I'm respecting. I don't get that manual. At least at first. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it. I think he's like secretly gay, or bi at least. That's what I think. At least bi, because he's at least had such experiences with women, so that's what I think at least. What about the executives like that? I think so. Or at least receiving it. Bandito. Bennett. He's gay then. I'm not to dudes, like to females. Like, hold on, I'll have to explain this better. But let me get Bandit first.
application to FISA, the FBI even lied. They said, wait, Steele's not the direct source for this. And he legit was the direct source for this.
Oh, pretty boy.
Why he was fired! He was fired because he leaked to the damn press. And the FBI lied in his FISA application that he did not, he was not
Oh, my
the source,
Lord.
and he was. Which is why
What
he
are you
was
doing?
subsequently fired later. There you go.
Goof.
This is how all of this garbage is working here in the United States.
This shot of me is a real punk rock neocon.
It's amazing. Because the FBI is treating Michael Isaacov's article as an entirely different source.
Oh my god, you're just a lazy boy.
Christopher Steele, who was doing the work.
Ugh.
It's unreal. And this is weird.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what Bruce Orr has to say. I'm ever so excited.
Let's just delve more into this guy.
So the other big story that's out.
So,
we got some good stuff for you.
I was gonna transport my shit back in my room anyway.
Reportedly hacked Hillary Clinton's private email server. Richard Pollock has the story that a Chinese-owned company
Bandito.
penetrated former.
Am I just like a bed to you?
Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's private server.
I think I'm a bed.
What? The company inserted code that forwarded copies of Clinton's emails to the Chinese company in real time.
Oh my goodness, Bandito.
Yes. What is this wall?
Okay, well, look at that. That's kind of a, I'm just saying, it seems like it's kind of a problem. Virtually every one of her emails were
What are you
sent.
doing, Bandit? Look what he's doing.
Wow. Oh, by the way.
What is he doing?
Who was not interested in looking at it because the FBI officials were repeatedly warned about this? Do you know who was one of those who was warned? Peter Strong.
Can't get the same with fingers of dildo, so I'm gonna use a dildo, try to see if he likes it. Okay. I'll have to definitely explain this.
Yeah.
Hold up.
So, this is,
Alright. He's like, straight up, like, will never, at least, what the fuck? Close the damn door. Oh my god, the fucking door. Ugh.
He's in here for sure.
Ugh. Fucking door. Goddamn door. So, he, I was about to say, god damn it. Hold on, let me just settle in. Oh my god, I have a stack of books here too. Got the fact stack of books. Unless that'll be good for a stack of the phone. Ooh. Whoa. Well, that's just a glass, whatever. Whatever. Oh, Joe. Joe. There you go. Bam, just for you. Boom. Okay. Ew, gross. What? Yes. Oh, Joey wants to soft you. Oh, God, no. What if okay, I sparked something. I show off a tail and all of a sudden, everyone, it's not. Let me turn this on. What is all this bullshit? Get all this out of the way. Oh. Do I like animals? I do like. Wait. What type of question is that? With all the context that we've just been putting ourselves into lately. You're trying to make me say something. You're trying to put me out of context. I see what you're trying to say. I see what you're trying to do. Put me out of context? Nah, not gonna let that happen. Just gonna make sure this shit is worded perfectly. I do enjoy animals because they need to be preserved. I mean, pets. Good. Yes, I love pets. I mean, I have fucking 5 cats. I mean, come on. And 2 dogs. I mean, and I want to get a husky at some point. You know, and considering that industrialized farming is something I find fucking morally apparently awful. Apparently pet ownership is decreasing, unfortunately, of a lot of animals in a home. Yeah. I mean, that type of shit really does suck. It's sad. Okay, there's just really a lot of bullshit here. I got things organized, but this red thing's soon to be rid. So, there we go. Cool. Cool. So, as soon as I get rid of that red thing, I can actually get this out of the way. Just lay that there. It's too expensive. I mean, it can be expensive, but I mean, for me, that's why I have a lot of cats, because they're generally inexpensive. Oh my god, this is very huge. Here we go. Let's see if there's anything new popping up here. Okay, let's go over there, I guess. Deal of fish? I like fish. Dude, I think it would be pretty cool to have like a fat fish tank. Like, whoa. Like, or like, Jimmy has a turtle. Well, that's pretty dope. Oh shit. Well, there's train spotting. Speaking of which. Alright. Oh, there's my uploaded video. Cool. No, I don't want to close this tab. So those are something for later. Q. That's popping up here. Let's get all that. Get all this. Pop up a new window. Open a new window for me. And let's delve into the wonderful world of this guy. I can't properly house her right now, so... Damn, so you don't have her at the moment. Well, that sucks. Alright, here we go. Finally opened up. YouTube! Aw, TJ, you were streaming earlier? Fuck you. Oh, we happen to be streaming right around the same time. Wow. Every time. Why does TJ stream around the same time as I do? Oh, man, this is good. Oh, dude. Oh, he did come back. He's back. Ah. Oh, God, this is gold. Oh, my God. This is... Oh. Oh, this is good, dude. This is good. This is some good shit right now. Oh, dude. Ooh, came back. Oh, but what do you think? Hold on. Yeah, let me just pop this over here. I'll get this moved better so you can see. Oh, that's not how I do that. There we go. Alright. Let's just go to this one. There we go. Same shit, different day. Aw, how adorable. Hey, boy. Zero oh, well, I don't get that. Okay. YouTube obviously doesn't want to show comments or some shit, because look at it. Well, you can't even tell. Well, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, I'll zoom in on the screen. Maybe that'll help. There we go. Will that help? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but you can't see any fucking comments, but basically, this is what he said. If you can see it here. Hold on, let me just move it slightly. Let me just expand it more. There we go. There we go. Go into your account, bro. Oh yeah, that's right. I could just go check it out for there. That's right. Hold on. Hold on. I got. Whoa. What's going on there? Okay. Let me fix that. No, I don't want to like watch myself. I just want to. Oh my god. Okay. What? Howdy. Howdy do. Oh, damn it. Just my fat face, like, ugh. Okay, where was I? Okay. No. Ugh, man. I love it when shit just doesn't want to operate. Okay. Come on, where is it? Oi, oi, oi. Video manager comments. I know how to get through that. It's just that sometimes YouTube's slow. Here we go. Got through here. No notices whatsoever because I just all comments. No comments to display. Hell for review. Not likely spam. Nothing. What is this like voodoo? There's voodoo. Nothing to be displayed. When that is not true at any course of imagination. He's deleting them. Probably. I mean, well, that can't... No, that's not technically true, because there's been comments I have posted where they just would not pop up. And also, there's been comments that people have posted where they haven't popped up either. So, there's something... He could be, yes. But... Yeah, so basically... For fuck's sake, just go to video, look down below. I literally did. So, I mean... Hit and run tactics. Yeah. Well, here, I'll go to the one where it was on YouTube, on TJ's video. Because at least those probably aren't going to be removed. Because, yep, here we go. What is this? Just hit Newitt's comments on the video. See if that works. No. Yeah, there's just literally nothing. I don't know if they're just not processed at all or nothing, but yeah. I'm like straight up, seriously. Look. This is like the one of the videos I know he was doing his hit and run on. Like here, I'll show you. Oh, hold on, I'll just flip it around like a... Like there, like that newest. Nothing. I mean, there's straight up literally not a single comment. Let's look at... Here, let's just go back to my channel. Let's go. I love TJ's face there. Trips. Let's go to this one. Watch my... I know... Yeah, see, this one doesn't even have any. And I know Joe probably has mentioned something because I remember I had a notification of you saying something. So I don't get it. Just nothing. YouTube just does this. I think later they come on. I don't know. So until later, I guess we don't know, because there's even been comments I've posted before, and there hasn't been anything. So, but let's just go through this whole fucking thing here. Nah, bro, they can't fully shout out banning them. Hit newest comments or else he's deleting them. No, bro, he's deleting them. Alright, well, he's deleting them then. So, yeah. I mean, but, I mean, if he's deleting them, then, I mean, how come they will still show in the, I don't get it. I mean, he must be deleting them then, so... Alright, so here's essentially how everything started. So someone said, holy crap, that shooting audio, pretense. Here's what he initially said. It would be nice if those people didn't have to be forced to be disarmed, only to sit like ducks against a madman. You still get notifications to delete them. Alright, well, I know that much. Because I've had people, maybe he'll start Flame War and make a video about it. If it really goes this deep over our very tiny cluster of little fans, this is going to be the most pathetic little war ever, but I'm going to have fun with it. Let's go through here. So, Gunfest just think they live in Dirty Harry movie. You see, I'm a gun enthusiast, and I love firearms as much as the next guy, but I actually know what's fucking reality and what's not. And I still can, have fucking common sense, ideas to regulations and shit. I think any sensible person can. But these Second Amendment gun fetishists, yeah, they generally are a fucking problem. Because, like, they imply that we're gonna, like, take away their guns or some shit. And that, like, if everyone owned a fucking gun, it was like goddamn Rambo, that everyone would be safer. Bullshit, you stupid son of a bitch. And let's just read some of the other comments here. So, it would be nice if this... Here's Almighty J. The Almighty J. It would be nice if this guy didn't have easy access to a gun and carry into a video game event. Sawed off with that tired, useless argument. And, let's show my replies. Caved in memory, but you have a gun that does not guarantee you being saved against someone that was already shooting you and already people around you. Then that starts to happen, you get stiff. You can't move because someone's killing people. No one's Superman. No one can push fear of death to the back of their mind, becomes a superhero. You're living a fantasy. And there's just a bunch of others, of course, going against what, anything he said. And there's somewhere around here I said something, but it's just not there anymore. I don't know what happened to it. But let's just... here's some... the ultimate McNasty. It would be nice if the security measures that disarmed those people had actually disarmed the person mentally unstable enough to bring a gun to him. And it would be even better if he couldn't got his hands on a firearm in the first place. But apparently, hashtag Second Amendment is the only thing that matters. And then he comes back. I agree with you, but for some reason, you people don't support the idea of having armed security guards and checkpoints. I actually don't have a problem with official armed security at events and shit. I think checkpoints, at entrances and shit are okay as long as they're not like these fucking like police state barriers and shit. You can have, like it's like going to a concert and shit. You just have like the basic, checkpoint to go through and you're good. And, along with some armed security around. I don't actually disagree with that, by the way. Either have armed security or let civilians be in charge of protecting themselves. I don't trust the average Joe to protect me, nor am I asking for it. So I'd rather have the armed security who's authorized for it. So you can fuck off at that. You can increase your logic of background checks and mental health checks all you want. Yeah, because that's fucking logical, you dipshit. There are HIPAA violations that will occur by doing so. What? You pulled that out of your ass. Like, what? Citation needed. And background checks are already done when you buy a gun in the store. Yeah, and there's loopholes with that, you idiot. Do you not get that there are loopholes and shit right now in gun laws that are a problem? Dense motherfucker. You cannot legislate morality. Oh my god, of course. Wow. The most obvious argument you ever, what? HIPAA's for medicine and nothing else. Yeah, how does that violate that? Pull that right out of his ass. What an idiot, man. He's trying to sound smart, but he's not. And you cannot legislate morality. No shit, you can't. You can, but our morality will shape legislation in laws and shit, but you can't legislate literal morality. That's absurd, but the morality of what our society, comes to generally is shape what our legislation becomes over time. Health Insurance, Portability, and Accountability Act. Yeah, that sounds nothing related to anything about mental health and guns. So, right up his ass. Seriously. You can shove it right back in there, too. And anyone can flip and turn into a maniac. Yeah, and there are people who are far more likely to flip. Which those type of people shouldn't have a gun. That doesn't mean that we can give up our guns. No one's advocating for that. Freedom isn't supposed to be free. Then it's not freedom. So, then what? Freedom isn't supposed to be free. It comes at expense of danger. Yeah, my freedom to not get shot in the face overrides your freedom, like the freedom of a bunch of people having guns. So, what fucking point does that even make? Stupid. That's just that was legitimately a dumb argument. All right, here he comes. Oh, here's what the Almighty here's what the Almighty J kept saying. No, don't let civilians be in charge of shit. People are too fucking stupid for that, which I totally agree. Almighty J, I like what you're saying. I will like your comment. Apparently, the background checks are not enough. Yeah, evidently they're not, which is why we should enforce them and increase and stricken these checks. In my opinion, people in the U.S. are too stupid to own guns. Honestly, Swiss people can do just fine. Your country's just fucking retarded. What's he saying? Your Vigs ignore? Well, he called me trailer trash communist, which is honestly just outright hilarious. I like nothing of substance, just nothing there. That was just one thing he said. Another thing was he was just saying like I was just like some like low life drug user who was just hating the entire world, talking about how he wanted to kill him. Really? He actually went that far in some of those? Because I haven't seen every response. If he actually went that far, then holy shit. Oh, wow. Sounds like somebody shouldn't own a gun. See, it's that type of person who's prone to these type of shootings. So you Mr. What's her name again? Memory decipher. It sounds like you're a little bit more mentally unhinged. I said, something on the lines of killing yourself and shit, and then you go on a belligerent fit against me. Holy fuck! Wow, what an immature. He says something, get help so you don't have to be put down by a law-abiding citizen person like me. Yeah, guess what? I'm a law-abiding citizen too, and if he came up on me, I would just I'll just do my law-abiding duty to defend my personal life against his. See how that works out. But guess what? That can work out either way. We just end up killing each other. Violence solves everything, right? Fucking moron. Yeah, threatened it like... we make edgelord comments on all the time, but incitation of violence directly on someone like that, alright, that's where I'm like, okay. I can't find the comment, or else I actually would, that was, okay, now that you mention that, I mean, that's legit, inciting direct threat violence. Granted, that's everywhere on the internet, and frankly, I could give a fuck less, to be honest. But, that's your fucking fault. You just, if you get, knocked for that, or striked, whatever, your dumbass did it. It should be no surprise that Skeptosphere is quite supportive of civil war and killing left-wingers. Helicopter memes aside, just look at InfoWars. Yeah. And, people like to say left-wingers don't really own guns that much, and granted that might be true to some extent. A lot of us left-wingers like guns just as much as you right-wingers do. So, I'm looking to get a Mosin Nagant here soon, amongst, a couple other rifles I've been looking to get in the future. So, I mean, there's, guns that, I would call myself a collector and a hobbyist and an advocate, for, these things. So, I'm fairly moderate. So, and when it comes to that issue, you would think we'd be on a similar team. But, oh no, I'm now a trailer trash commie, and, everyone should be armed and shit, because, oh, God forbid we have some basic fucking regulations that are strict. Guys like Marilyn Wright from Secular Talk, he said people who smoke weed should be executed. Yeah, and they're a fucking moron. Just about every Sargon or Rubin video has a few comments like, can't wait to buy some more ammo to kill the Antifa and cucks. Yeah, and... I know, people like to, and honestly, they're just all talking no smack. Do you really think they're legitimately buying ammo and all that shit? I'm sure some of them are. But is every single edgelord meme, memester in the comments, all have, 50 guns and AR-15s and shit on the ready and shit, and have, a bug-out bag and all this? Have, Humvee and, a militia, and has a camp, out there waiting for them for the bug out, and they maintain it every weekend. Do you think every single one of them are doing that? No. Maybe one in 100 of those memester edgelords are probably actually considering that shit. So, I mean, a lot of them are just cowardly faggots who are just all talking, all puffed up chests and no smack anyway. It's just funny. I mean, it seems like the war kind of fucked them up a little bit out there in Afghanistan. So, I don't know. Like, you were supposed to protect people like me, and now you want to, like, say you want to put me down? Wow, faggot. Wow. Sounds like you're a traitor to this country, wouldn't you think? Anti-patriot? Wouldn't you think not? I don't know. I'm just playing your game too here, buddy. I don't think he's in here, but if he sees this, I'm playing your game too. Go ahead. You see, like, here. Let's go back here. So, here's what he replied to me. Don't come in here and talk shit and fail to provide any valid points to the argument. Expect me not to fling mud back at you. Just accept it. You lost this argument. Clean up the cat shit off the floor while you're at it. You might make yourself sick. What? Huh? Okay, then. And then he said to Almighty J, that's like your opinion, man. Most of the gun crime is committed in the black community and urban ghettos with extraordinary gun control policies created by Democrat. Oh my god, wow. What a fucking cop-out. The United States was founded on firearm ownership. Not necessarily. No, it wasn't. And I understand that you probably don't like that, but then again, you're not an American citizen. Why do you even care? Because what happens in America generally has a pretty big effect, especially nationally. What happens in America internationally? Stop being worried about other countries, worry about your own. I can care about whatever the fuck I want, my dude. Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I'm going to just make a quick little comment here. You want valid points? So our guns fans are agoraphobic and sell nets in their 20s. No offense, just facts. They never picked up a gun. They're just afraid to talk to other people in real life. I bet that just about anyone who does that helicopter memes and Rhodesian flags is just a crypto fascist. Oh, I bet, dude. Alright. You want some valid points, bitch? Here's some valid points. What do we fucking do about this whole gun problem? I think it's pretty obvious, right? Very strict licensing program, a very strict mental and criminal background check program, a very, like, do I have to, like, isn't it fucking sad I have to sit here and explain to this fucking dipshit? And he claims that I lost this argument. You brought nothing but insults and shit back. And you didn't really bring anything specifically to me either, by the way. Besides that, I'm just like some low-life druggie who you'd put me down or whatever because you have to be a tough guy because somehow, you're scared of me or some shit. You fucking pussy. Jeez. What a bitch, dude. Seriously. I mean, I'll finish that comment later. I'm not gonna like waste my time or at least like, not just let you guys sit here for like 15 minutes, me just typing out a basic fucking point that someone should just get. If left-wingers start memeing about killing the kulaks, the skeptosphere would be screaming bloody murder. And you know what? We do. I mean, it's just fucking hypocrisy on their part. They claim to be this moral, superior above us or above me or us or just anyone they just disagree with. But then yet they're just the most insecure SJW. They're like this is like worse than the SJWs I'm seeing on the left. I actually haven't even #deserved it. I mean, for me, I haven't even straight up seen any left-wing SJWism directed at me or anywhere else really, besides on like, I don't know. I haven't really seen it that much. So, who did Kurlock exactly? Why deserve to get murdered? Weren't the Kurlocks like, weren't they, like the Step Kingdom or some shit? I kind of, I feel like I've heard about these guys before. I'm blanking on it, but what a fucking goofball, man. This guy's a goofball.
Boy, what you doing, buddy?
What you doing, bud? Yeah, I mean, it's just no comments or anything. I don't know, whatever. I was hoping to just expand more, see what else he said, but I can't. Evidently I can't. So, whatever. But, well. Hey, at least I was able to finally tell my whole acid trip story and got all that out of the way, so yeah. Pretty good. I see some Islamophiles, Islamists, and jihad sympathizers, SJWs, and Kyles and Pac-Man's comments sometimes. Really? I never see that. I generally never do. Feudalist landowners. I only started getting attacked by regressives this year. I mean, I've had my... I'm not saying I haven't had my fair share of, like, attacks by them. But lately, like, in the past, like, month or so, not at all. Honestly, I can't remember a time. And if there is, it was so menial and so, like, low-level shit that it, didn't even cross over my sphere. So, I don't know. I just haven't really seen much of that. I've seen a lot on the right lately. Like, is the point taken right now. But, I mean, not so much lately on the left. It's like the right are a bunch of SJWs right now and a bunch of PC little bitches. Now that they got their God Emperor Trump in office or something like that. Because obviously this guy's a Trumper. Should we check some of his videos out? Should we delve onto his atmosphere, dude? There's an Islamist Muslim called Muhammad Abdul Taha who would come in Kyle's videos and talk how his Western woman deserved to be raped. What the fuck? I never heard of that guy, but damn. I get attacked by the right all the time, nothing new. Yeah, it's nothing new to me. This is honestly nothing new to me. This guy's just very over-obsessive with it now. Like, this is the first time someone's been this obsessive over someone having an argument, dude. It's ridiculous. But should we genuinely, like, delve into his little world? Let's just like peek our toes in a little bit. Oh, how cute! He has some videos on the range. I mean, it's no big deal. I mean, I follow channels that, like Hitchcock 45 and shit like that, do videos out in their ranges or whatever. But my squad on foot patrol in Afghanistan. Whatever. Airsoft. So, guy, he does airsoft too. Whatever. Anti-free speech shills, Facebook idiots, Alex Jones. So he does talks in his car. Dude, you're doing it in a car. Dude, you're doing it in your car, man. Dude, really? In your car? Hate speech doesn't exist? What is going on here? What is going on? What's going on here? What the fuck is going on here, dude? What is going on there? That's like, what are you doing? Okay, now what are you doing, phone? There we go. Well, you should watch his videos on the liberals. Where is it? I'm sure I'll find it eventually. Open carry talk, a liberal and McDonald's. Open carry talk, right. A random dog visits my squad and patrol. Okay. The time I count is sarcastically. What the fuck? Dude. I remember there was a wave of people in Pac-Man's comments calling him a racist when he criticized Linda Salazar and Black Lives Matter. Really? Oh my lord. I'm gonna check out one of these, open carry talk. Enselment weather elements, state of emergencies. What the fuck? Oh my lord. I don't know which one to click. They all just look really gold. They just all look juicy. They attacked him when he called out the SJW that attacked the white guy for having dreads. David Packman. Wow. Like, there's some people that can pull, there's some white guys that can pull off dreads, but there are just some people like me who would not and should not. Just definitely not at all. Evil against us, but make it worse. I'm just gonna watch this. This sounds like a gold mine. And you're in your car driving. Have you heard about not texting and driving, you fucking dip? No comments. Nonprofits and activism. I like that.
As memory decipher.
Oh my god, you sound younger than me, dude. You sound way younger than me.
So, this is gonna be more of just a laid-back, philosophical type video of some thoughts I have on my mind. You know, the world is a freaking crazy-ass place.
No shit.
And I don't know how many video game fans I have on my channel, but
he looks and sounds like the progressive voice. Dude, it's like the Mirror Universe progressive voice, dude. It's the Mirror Universe him.
If you've ever played Halo or Call of Duty or Battlefield or...
I never knew that video games were super It's not just a neoliberal establishment that plays end politics. Unfortunately, us progressives have some bad apples in a bunch. We do too. And the right wing has a lot of bad apples in their bunch too.
Think of a video game.
I'm just gonna...
Think of individualism as one player, collectivism as another player, but it gets more complicated than this.
You're using video games as a... Huh? Okay, obviously I skipped because I'm just trying... I'm just gonna skip like way halfway through, see if...
You oftentimes don't realize...
Why are you driving, dude? You're not like... Dude, I would get fined and have a major ticket if I did this. Ever. So, dude. You're an idiot. I don't know what your traffic laws are with phones and shit, but up here in Oregon, we take it seriously. Like, I seriously would get a ticket for that. Like a $400 ticket or something like that. I don't know what it is, I'm learning that, and I'm going to make sure I don't use my phone at all. Unless I'm, like, parked or whatever. Because they're serious up here with that shit. Like, there's signs about it everywhere. Like, seriously. Even if you're suspected, they will, like, pull you over. It's like, we're using phone? No. Like, but they catch you and they see you, they will.
Granted, we're in a shitty position. Let's be honest. What the fuck do you think would happen to us if a group of Hebrew Israelites were in power of the banking institution?
Wow, where are you going? Okay. Wow. How much do you want to bet he actually literally listens to Alex Jones? Do we need to go further with him? Do we need to? I think besides the one comment I'm going to make and maybe troll his channel a little bit, I think I've just about said, besides maybe the side little video, just kind of collect all these thoughts in one. But, dude, wow. Progressives are SJW central. This regressive liberalism also affects us leftists as well. I call myself progressive. I don't think it's necessarily SJW central. I just think that the label progressivism just gets tied in with that because it's used as derogatory against it because, oh, look at these SJWs and these progressive. I don't think that's necessarily what progressivism was meant to be or whatever. And it's not, or what it is. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a. I don't. I see what you're meaning here, but I don't know. I don't think it's SJW central. I think it's. I think the neoliberalism infecting a lot of the progressivism. That I'm not saying that there isn't any SJWism is progressivism because it leaches in from the neoliberalism, SJW political identity political correctness bullshit that they pull in. The SJW problem is holding back the left and the right too. It holds back politics and progress, and actual reasonable open discussion. Like, I don't mind having a normal reasonable conversation with a right winger or a communist or a fucking someone who anyone. Like, that's not a problem to me. It's just that it's just that people mistake either like a passion or shit for emotion, and then people get very emotional and get this personal feeling about it, and it's all personal to like about it. I don't get it. It's just like it's a failed movement. It's SJW land now. Progressive movement is absolute fit. I don't know. I don't necessarily think it really is. I'm like, I guess I should say that the leftist movement isn't failing at all, but I mean, movements within it, like sub movements that are like kind of popping in and out for it. Like recently, there was kind of a surge of democratic socialism / social democratic support in popularity, especially with Ocasio-Cortez, and then near 2016 in primaries, or at least in general, the Green Party kind of had a little notoriety there for a moment. I mean, not enough, of course, but I mean, there was a moment. It kind of I know sub movements within the left kind of fluctuate around in popularity, so I kind of can see what you mean there a little bit. But I don't think like the leftist movement as a whole hasn't failed at all, really. Kyle's a cuck and traitor. He served the movement to SJWs on Silva Prater. I don't know. I don't think he is. Inferior made me know when Kyle acted surprised that just them staff turned out to be SJW scum of the earth. I don't know. I think what really surprised him was just the vehement, like, aggressive hate that was pushed on Jake, and then they kind of looked at him like, it's like, you support us too, right? They kind of get, it's kind of that look, and he was just like, whoa. This isn't what I support, and you just, I don't know. For me, I think it was a really big confliction in him. So, because if you look at, if I remember from the video, it was like, at one point, if I held to my principles and stayed in, I would seem undemocratic. But if I just left and still held my principles, then it would still seem like, I don't know. Kyle should have seen it coming a mile away, naive Cal. I do agree. I think he should have, but I don't know. It's just shit that already happened. And, you can't change that. You ain't gonna go join him again. It ain't gonna happen. It fucking happened. I still support the candidates themselves because, we need all the support of them we can get. But also, JD is also pro PAC money now. Where's the evidence of that? Because there hasn't. People have saying that, but I never see any evidence of it. I love Kyle, but I agree. I gotta agree with Jimmy. A lot less respect for Kyle for that. I don't know. I mean, that happened like a year ago now, didn't it? I mean, to be honest, while I did to me, I didn't really lose respect to him over it. I mainly was just like disappointed that he just didn't put up a fight a little bit, or at least contested enough, because to me that's still democratic, because contesting is okay in a democracy. That's fine. Dissent inherently in itself as a concept isn't wrong in a democracy. So I wish that if anything, I'm just mainly disappointed. Jimmy Dore exposes Justice Dems for turning into an aggressive corporate shit show. Rojas stalked the racist of former Hillary campaigners to establish their knowledge. Rojas. Let me go back up because I saw something about that earlier. They shouldn't take the Skepta Ruben Knight to reorganize that people like Chakrabarti and Rojas were bad for that left. No. Rojas and Chakrabarti are cancer. Yeah, I've heard those names before, and I've always heard negative shit about them, so I can only say it's just fuck them too. What did I do with my Ugh. Oh my god. I mean, I'm just like, this guy's precious. That guy back there. You don't succeed in politics by bending over backwards and capitulating over shitbags and want to shit up the movement. Yeah. Cortez is taking PAC money. She's Obama 2.0. Okay, I feel like that's a little hyperbolic. What PAC she taking money from? If it's like the PAC's like our revolution or things like that, like I wouldn't necessarily see that as wrong. And besides, like, this is a system that we have to play in. I know one is pro NAFTA. I mean, I don't know, like, I would have to see this for myself, because I right now, like, considering how this is what she's been saying and been grassroots on, raised on so far. I mean, I don't know. I'm really super skeptical about that. So, I don't know. Like if we're just gonna like say that like all these movements are like, or all these candidates who are trying to make shit better by calling for universal health care and like infrastructure and shit and policy substance wise, which is what I usually try to focus with people, or at least with the candidates and like with these organizations and movements. I mean, if we're gonna like, I don't know, like it just seems like if we're gonna like say that, I mean, I don't know. I don't. It's like, I mean, I'm just trying to think about that a little bit, because I've seen people pissed off at her because of her lax stance on legal immigration can drive down workers. What's the reason? Does anyone have to trust her? Where she come from? She came from the Bronx in New York. I mean, where she in the district she was born and raised in, she was a teacher. She's pro-Israel now. She's always talked about their crimes and shit about the Israeli occupation. So if you can find a video or a little snippet or a statement saying something about Israel that she said that's positive, that's not what I mean. I'd still vote for Cortez, but I keep a skeptical eye on her. I mean, you should always keep the skeptical eye with any candidate or any politician, period. Like, that, I mean, if you don't, then you're kind of being done with it. She flip-flopped complete 180. I mean, I don't know. Here, hold on. I mean, let's just fucking look this up since I'm right here. Since I'm fucking right here. That's there's a bunch of shit from July when she started talking about. Oh, hold on. Here, I'll just click a video.
All right, the Democratic Socialist running for Congress right here in New York goes on the attack against Israel, calling our ally a, quote, occupation force over Palestine. Listen.
Okay,
From
well,
day one, since
that's
the
what I was
victory
saying
of
earlier.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in her New York Democratic primary, I have expressed concern about her lack of depth when it comes to many issues. And the way that that translates into her candidacy is that I was afraid that when she would get questioned in more detail about some of her views, it wouldn't go well. And that unfortunately has happened. She was interviewed on a PBS.
I think there's some progressives like Howell and AOC included who say they are not for open borders yet support policies that will lead to us effectively opening up at least porous border. I don't know, like what Kyle's has described about his immigration policy seems fairly moderate and not open border it, inherently at all, really. I mean, for me, I think it's like, it depends on like the country / region. Like, I think it's understandable to say that we can have more lax borders regulations between countries like Germany or Europe or like, or Iceland or, Canada. These places like, our allies and shit. And it's also, I think, reasonable to say that there could be countries that have more stricter immigration policies due to a plethora of reasons you can state that can be understandable depending on the region. Like, of course, the Middle East, I don't think we need to explain that. In places like maybe, Vietnam or something like that, or places in Africa, South America, there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's necessarily wrong with having lax border, crossing or travel amongst other nations that we know we can trust, essentially. But, with other places that have more of that can have more of a chance of having the threat leak in, we should definitely have more stricter immigration policy towards. I certainly don't know what's for sure what his stance is, but it seems like anyone coming illegally can stay if doesn't commit crime. If that's his case, it seems fairly open to me. Well, if they're already in here illegally and they're actually being law-abiding citizens or actually trying to make a better life, then I say with those people, we should just try to start making them citizens while they're already here being citizens, essentially, in every sense of the name besides the legality of it. But if they're trying to come in illegally and we catch them doing so, I don't see a problem with turning them around and saying, go back around. Here's the process to do it legally. Here's like a paper to do it, and go back. I mean, there's ignore open borders. As I'm saying that, it's not wrong for me to say that you can turn someone you catch who's illegally coming in. The use policy of open borders within itself would be perfect if it wasn't for the fact that Europe is gaping open for the rest of the world. Because essentially, like, most nations just have really fucking very radicalized, like, immigration policies on certain spectrums. Like, for a lot of Europe, it's very open, while, like, in the U.S. and many other nations, they're very strict. So, I think it's reasonable to say you can find a balance with all of that, and you can say, and I think you can fluctuate it, to be stricter, specifically Africa and Middle East. Yeah. It's not anything against the people there, but we just have to make sure that, you're willing, because you're not as developed as us, so are you willing to come here and actually kind of, educate yourself and develop up with, here into this type of life? And are you actually willing to pursue, what we're, doing here and stuff like that? There's nothing unreasonable about that. I don't think there is. And I don't think it's like this racist stance or an Islamophobic stance to think that. It can mean like...
A show called Firing Line.
It's just like, I don't know, man.
Cringe-worthily obvious.
I feel like it's a more simpler issue than people make it out to be.
She was asked about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and she was asked, what's your position on Israel? And eventually she was asked to elaborate, and it was a combination of misstatements and looking around in a confused manner
silence and just outright confusion about what seems to be going on in the region, followed by, at the end, one of these disclaimers that she's not actually an expert on this, so why is she even being asked? Now, before I play the clip, I want to clarify something. I don't dislike Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez when the real issue around...
Yes, but I also think that what people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine, is just an increasing crisis of humanitarian conditions. And that to me is just where I tend to come from on this issue.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine. What did you mean by that?
I think what I meant is like the settlements that are increasing in some of these areas and in places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty in access to.
Oh. It doesn't seem like Ocasio-Cortez is really pro-Israel.
Can you help your mom?
Yeah, hold on. Anyway, I'll be right back. Oh my goodness. Fuck no. Ugh. That's an old clip. Well, that's the only clips I was able to find. I haven't seen anything else of late. Like, literally everything was just around July so far. All news. There's something. What's this? Ocasio-Cortez endorses candidate who believes Israel has hypnotized the world. Potentially twitchy favorite Stephen Miller. There's endorsements to be possibly problematic, especially after she famously called his during the final line interview. It wasn't really disastrous, honestly. Oh my god. Wow. Israel. Let's step back a few. Wow, in 2012. So basically doing essentially like what the Me Too movement does, and goes back to really, really old fucking like tweets and shit of people. So she endorsed this candidate running for office, and I guess back in 2012 she said, Israel has hypnotized the world, may Allah awaken the people to help them see the evil doings of Israel. Back in 2012. Hashtag Gaza, hashtag Palestine, hashtag Israel. Okay. I mean, I guess the only, quote, red flag is the Allah part. But, whoa. Oh, it just redirected me to her tweet. Okay. Whatever. Like, whatever, dude. Seriously. Okay, so far, everything is just literally still pointing to her being, you know, calling out Israel's occupation and shit. I don't know what necessarily there is pro-Israel of. And that article was from Twitchy from August 11th. Pretty recently. So, I don't know. Yeah, there's not much here. I don't know. I mean, I can't find anything at all. So if there's something, if you can find some, you know, for me to see that can say otherwise, but I don't see anything here. I mean, there's like two things from earlier in August. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez cheered at conference hosted by Jewish Museum. Get the fuck out of here. Sargon video was atrocious. It indeed was. It was just fucking ad hominems and straw mans. It was stupid. Alexander Ocasio-Cortez was cheered at an event at a Jewish museum that did not touch on Israel or the Jewish community. Ocasio-Cortez appeared at a conference were hosted by Immigrants Arts Coalition at the Museum of Jewish Heritage, participating in a panel focused on women in the arts. While politics did frequently come up, none of the panelists, including Ocasio-Cortez, who have been critical of Israel, mentioned Jews or Israel. Activists attract Joe Crowley, blah 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 blah. Yeah, even this one doesn't say that she made anything pro-Israel or whatever. I was just talking about women in the arts and stuff. And politics briefly came up from time to time. So there's nothing I could find that she said anything pro-Israel. Everything she said was all I could find, even from new to somewhat old. Why did you watch this garbage? I don't. Not anymore. I unless it's like something that everyone's been talking about and shit, and I'm like, all right, fine, I'll fucking like look at it. Nah. Ugh. Damn. Well, I was gonna have one more bowl and do an outro anyway. I just didn't realize all that kafagel was gonna happen. I was actually hoping that it would just be a little bit like longer before that happened, but oh well. Could at least play a little something chill, at least while we're just doing this. I need another bowl to get to bed. That's what I do too, dude. It's always good to have some bowls to go to bed too. Let me find a good instrumental. I don't want it to be super loud, and I bet this is going to be really loud. Mute. Whoa. Ooh. I like that. Let's put the... whatever. I don't know which one I like more. This one or... There. I'll just gently make it a little louder. This is performed by the Chinese PLA military orchestra. Now I don't know which version of the song's better, the German one or this one. Because this one's pretty good. It's a pretty good uplift. Can we just all agree on one thing? Have you ever been to the East Coast? If going down near Florida, like Orlando, is technically East Coast, then yes, but not really, no. No. I want to at some point. I would love to go check out the Atlantic, but... Well, I guess I am going to later, but just in a different part of the world of the Atlantic. But, I mean, it would be really cool to see the East Coast of the United States. I mean, I'll fly over it. I'll get to see that much. I might fly over South Carolina. I don't know. I highly doubt it, actually. I probably am going to fly over, like, New York or something like that. It'd be cool to see all, you know, America high up like that, though. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm just going to give the Soviets and the communists one thing. They make some of the best music. Not much on the East Coast, but what? Hold on. Not much on the East Coast is cool other than New England or DC. Oh, come on! I have to disagree with that, and I haven't even been there. There's like, just the historical like aspect of it, and just kind of like going to some of the places that are just obviously like kind of like just a like throwback in time, and the museums that you can go to and all these places. Like, I don't know, man. I could find myself, you know, going anywhere out there and having a great time. Just beaches are cool. Yeah, I mean, see, I don't know. I like, it just could be my wanderlust saying, "Oh, that's bullshit. There's things everywhere, bruh. You know, you just gotta look, bruh." But I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I've never been there, but just, you know, knowing just, you know, I mean, considering that's where fucking America was basically founded, was on the East Coast. It's lots of cool stuff here. Yeah. When you go to Iceland, October. And if I have good phone service or cell phone service, I'm going to at least try to do a stream or two while I'm up there. So, that'll be pretty cool. What's another instrumental in here? Like, there's like none of these are instrumentals. I love it when there's just thank you for no other instrumentals. Whoa. I took a breath and things flew away from the tray. That wasn't cool. I think when I'm specifically going to Iceland is like the 2nd or the 1st, and then I'm going to come back on like the 7th or the 8th. I'm sure the internet's faster because Nordic model. Well, also it's a very, very small country. But you could be right. Could just be public too, so I can just have public Wi-Fi no matter where I go, unless I'm like in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. I mean, there's a lot of bumfuck nowhere in Iceland. I mean, there's only like, I know there's Reykjavik, and there's like a few like notable little towns, and then there's like little pockets of villages fucking everywhere. Besides that, there's nothing really there. Well, I mean, there's beauty and fucking nature and just the land itself to be bestowed, but the northeast coast, I mean. We need public internet and phone service. Just broadcast it out to the public. No one should need a modem. Yeah, I mean, and if we still need modems, which, fuck modems, unless you get free internet from a wire. I mean, like, how it should work is, like, I think everyone should just have, like, every house should just come with a modem. Like, it's built into it. And it's able to, like, power, like, it's able to do like the basic like family system of internet, output. And if you want to upgrade it, then you just go out to where it is, and then you can upgrade it if you wanted to. And that's up to you, which, you know, you can probably go to like some shop or whatever like you normally would, and you can just get it, you know, system hooked up and get it upgraded, built in like a water line. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you'll have the internet lines probably hooked up kind of similar to the power cords, you know, power lines. I'm sure it'll be similar to that. And I don't know if it'll be built in the ground. I think it'll probably be power line similar, like just tag it on with the rest of the lines. Just make it, you know, a thick cord, like, you know, built to sustain weather like the rest of them are. Why not? If we nationalize the internet infrastructure and mandated that it'd be fast as possible. Yeah. Yeah. Like if we had like a public policy where, let's say we did a public broadband nationalized internet service for all of the country, and by like 2030 we got it as upgraded to what South Korea is, to South Korean standards by 2030. Like I think we can even be way sooner than that, but considering the vast, huge, you know, bigness of our nation, it'll probably take a while. So let's give that a little waylay. If we make it early, then let's fucking celebrate it. And if we have a lot of extra money, let's celebrate with some extra infrastructure. Let's build some architecture, and let's build some, like, you know, like a landmark to celebrate, you know, the South Korea have public internet. Oh my god. Their internet kicks everyone's ass. Like, if you want to know what true internet freedom feels like when it comes to speed, accessibility, and all that, go to South Korea, dude. They got, like, the best around. They straight up have some of the best, like, some of the best internet infrastructure around the world. Like, they arguably are the best. It will never happen under capitalism, and I do agree with that. I don't think that is possible under this current system. Like, we would have to definitely do a major overhaul, which would require a lot of socialistic policies, which a lot of people on the face of it, hearing that right away, would just hate it. Like the guy we were, you know, fucking on earlier. I know SK's internet is the fastest, but it's nationalized, public or private. I think it is nationalized. Let's just find out. Let me get an instrumental on. Chill blues instrumental hour. That works. Internet. Is public. Has the most DSL connections per capita worldwide. ADSL is standard, but VDSL has started growing quickly. According to the information technology, South Korea is the most developed in the world. That didn't tell me anything. Let's see Ajit Pai nailed to a cross. I don't know, maybe this will tell me more later. National program. The internet has higher status for many Koreans than it does in the West, and the government actively supports this. So, yes, I think just with that statement right there, which... Alright. I drink wine from his skull. Damn, you're going to full Game of Thrones on that shit, dude. So, according to CNET from a long fuck time ago, from 2010, I mean, in layman's terms, but basically talking about internet shit, I'm not even gonna... It's Akamai Worlds Net. Here, I'll show you guys. This is kind of a cool little thing. There you go. Alright, let me just... There we go. But, yeah, I mean, it's just... Basically, it's just show... Oh, wow, look. The United States is in number 18. That... Well, oops. Upside down. But there you go. This is basically saying all that, what we've known. But up here in the national program, it said the internet has higher in the government act. Yeah, I mean, basically just saying what I was saying earlier. So if the government actively supports it, then I would assume it's public. So sounds like it's a public program. All right, bring this back over. There we go. Hold up now. Hold up. I want to see him drown shit though. Now, hold up now. You see, you can't. Nah. You gotta. Look, man. We got those sad down there in that blues right now, man. But nah, don't worry. We'll get about as good as South Korea, cause a bunch of fucking people didn't have that shit now, did they? We got it, man. We will fucking rock that world and show those real motherfuckers who's boss. You know what I'm saying? They'll get their due justice. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Alright, I'm at least losing the shades. I don't mind the effect. That will stay. Dasha Nekrasova. Dasha Nekrasova. Sounds like a fucking song. Like a fucking Slavic hard-bass song, dude. If it wasn't late at night, I legit probably would just get my bass out right now and jam a little. Probably just like lose all recollection of you guys. We've entered the blues bar. I have sake. Hold up. These off. Oh my god, that would have been a nightmare. The goo. I've actually haven't had this before. Okay. This is a really interesting bottle. And it just got it all over me. I'm totally not gonna smell like alcohol now. TQ Jumanji Jinjo super premium Japanese sake produced at the famed Uminyakoto brewery. Perfectly balanced, full body with notes of peach and vanilla. Best chilled, refrigerate after opening. Nice. It just honestly tastes like wine. Nekrasova and Mars. I'd watch that. Oh, damn. We know you would. We know you will, man. Oh my god. Man, that sake made me warm. Bad boys. Hey, what can we say? We got the bad boy blues going on. Jimmy knows what I'm talking about. I don't. What does sake taste like? I just said it just kind of, at least this particular flavor tastes just some kind of like wine. Strong though. Wow. I've always wanted to try this particular brand of sake. The bottle's probably the worst thing about it. At least the cap. But it's not too bad. I just kind of have to take a gulp and just kind of gulp it really quick and just kind of let it settle. But, ooh, wow, I'm really feeling that. Wow, that's some strong shit. Alright, I'm being very conservative with that sake. If that's gone by the end of that week, I probably went too much with that. Wow, that is strong. You know, I've always wanted a drum set, but there's literally nowhere for me to have a drum set, which saddens me. I mean, I could, but it would just be so cluttered in here, it would not be worth it. Thanks, Joe. Thank you for reminding me I'm getting older. That's basically what that was summarized in that comment. Tell me I'm not right. Tell me I'm not right, and I'll prove you're wrong. And are you a virgin? I mean, I've had my dick sucked. I've been wanked before. So, if you count that as your virginity, then no. But if not, yes, I'm still a virgin. So, I guess I'm just in the gray area? I mean, I've had sexual experiences, so I guess that just means I'm in the gray area. I'm not like I guess technically I'm not really a virgin, but that's a virginity loss, yes. Alright, well. Alright, so I guess just full on intercourse I haven't had yet, but I've had sexual experiences. I mean, it'd be weird if I didn't by this point. BJ equals sex. Okay. So, alright. It's not like I've tried to actually do the full intercourse thing, but I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'll be straight up. Sometimes my dick is weird. It like will malfunction halfway through, and just like it will like be like, yeah, I'm good, and then it'll be like, nah, I don't want to work anymore. Halfway through, it's like, I don't know. It's just like, but it's just been like on like, but every time it happens now, it's just been in the fucking back of my mind. I don't know. I never had a sexual experience. I mean, hey, don't worry, dude. I haven't had any really until recently. Erectile dysfunction. I mean, I don't know if that is because I don't have a problem I don't know. I guess it's just a problem staying hard, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just like I get like a wave of anxiety suddenly in the middle of it. Needs more stimulation. I think it's, I don't know, sometimes it might be overstimulation, anxiety. Yeah, I know at least a lot of times it's anxiety. With man or woman. With a man a couple times, and then with a woman a few other times before. It's just a mixture of both. I mean, so, both with friends. Needs more stimulation. I mean, sometimes I actually think it might be overstimulation, I think, because, like, you know, I think it's in your head, you're just not ready. I don't know, that's what I think, because I definitely really, I do say that if the time, if opportunity arises, I'll be like, alright, but, I just got, like, other things on my mind and shit, like college and stuff like that, so, I think it's understandable to say I'm probably not ready right now, I think it is probably, that, but, because I have strived out for it, and, I don't know, maybe you're not a fake bisexual, of course, well, no shit, I'm not. Well, like, why did you, like, wow, that wasn't, what, damn, you legit thought I was a fake, you thought I was doing the faux bi, no. I mean, like, I won't, like, suck a dick, I don't go that far, but, I mean, like, to me, I don't know, like, for me, that part, I can't handle, but I can do everything else, I'm fine with that, I was just joking, lol. It's all good. Just fucking around. It's all good. It's not like I cared. I mean, fake, real, whatever. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun or whatever. You'll plug it in the right one. Yeah. I do know one thing. My dick doesn't like condoms at all. Because every time I try to slide one on, every time it will just like... So I think sometimes that has to do with it too. So, I don't know, I think it's like, it could be just a little bit of various different things. But I think once, like, it just starts, like, nah, don't want to continue on anymore, that's where, like, the anxiety pops up and shit, then that just floods it out. And then that's like, nah, nope, definite shutout mode. Classy Joe. Thanks, Jimmy. Dude, I swear to fuck, we got, like, the potential for like a little bit of like a mafia mob roleplay going on, dude. We got Jimmy the Whisper with Dominici over here. Then we got Joe Malloy, and then we got Joe Malloy over there, man. And then we got Carl Rove, man. Yeah, I got Carl Rove. I always could trust that motherfucker. He was always good with my financial business. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Joe Malloy, he was always good. With make sure I got my fucking good shit going. Whenever I had to get a good man to do my runs, man, that fucking Joe Malloy. That goddamn Joe Malloy, man. He was always fucking there for me, man. He was always good there for me, man. Yeah. The fucking Jimmy the Wizard Bonamici there, dude. Oh, that motherfucker. Whenever I needed some motherfucker getting roughed up, that guy was always there for me, man. Never was the most brightest motherfucker out there, but, man, he can rough a motherfucker up any day. Like, he's got some really good spiked brass knuckles that's seen some good action of it out there. He's been in some hella good fights whenever I've been, in tough stick out in the bar. Man, he's a great, good backup for you, man. He's a good captain. I always could trust him with a good gun, man. There's a guy in my extended family who was in the mafia but got kicked out for gambling too much. Wow. Kicked out of the mafia for gambling too much? Wow. Damn, that's actually kind of sad. How'd you throw away that with gambling, dude? Oh. Hey, at least he didn't get whacked. See, I could have gotten Jimmy Bonaducci over here. That could have just had that guy motherfucker whacked. My family on the father's side came from Sicily. See, my boy Joe Malloy, he got his roots straight from Sicily, man. See, I go back from Naples, man. But I treat my Sicilian brothers good. I treat my Sicilian man good. Joe Malloy's not white confirmed. We really, like, for real, am I not wrong right now? I just, like, straight up made that work. Yeah, Sicilians are definitely brown as fuck. I mean, like, northern Italians are pretty white, but southern Italians... Now I'm just picturing Joe as an old jank Hugo. Damn. But my mom's side came from Poland. That's pretty cool. One thing I kind of wish is I had, like, Malloy is an Irish surname. Nah. Joe Malloy, he's still Sicilian, who gives a fuck? He's still good on my name. He's still good in the family. Whew. Wow. It's like tastes as strong as like a whiskey shot, but tastes like wine. It goes down like wine. It's weird. Sake is good though. But anyway. I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now. It was good. Have a fun night. Shit on some people. Told a great story about my acid trip. Maybe you don't know what you don't know. Whoa. Anyway, I'll probably be streaming tonight or tomorrow night. Well, I guess tonight because it is the next day. Joe Malloyness probably hairy as fuck. Yeah. Alright, boys. Fuck Sargon. Fuck Sargon. Fuck Dave Rubin. I think Joe looks like a Santa. He does look like a Santa.